Good morning, everyone. I just got my coffee, so let me switch the screens around and change the music. Put on lo-fi playlist to make sure the sound is working. Okay, it is. It has been a hot minute since I've done an art stream, and I finally figured out what was going on with the program that I had. And it's been an ongoing issue with the setup of my computer. Del Papa had set up my computer for me, and so he plugged in his email. And there's this weird situation when I I go to settings, will show his information as the admin. And then sometimes, like with certain accounts, like I'll log into my Microsoft, and therefore my Microsoft account will show up as admin. And that was part of the issue why this program wasn't working for me. Because it was registering it under two different accounts and therefore confusing, I think, the whole system. It also happened to my Minecraft login. Now that we've seen to, in a way, fix it, I don't have that issue when I jumpstart Grounded. It wasn't a big deal because I always had to sign into Grounded with my Microsoft account, but it definitely would throw in a few wrenches sometimes. Let me turn down the music for myself. It's a little... There we go. Turn it down a bit. Turn it up for you guys just a smidgel. Alright. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've had homebrew coffee. So, there's quite a few things that I could do. I could go back and work on my Inktober stuff. Like, I didn't even get, like... I technically did one, which was the princess and... the princess, the witch, images that you see. Probably move my mouse around these two. And then I did my little bonus, pumpkin. If you haven't seen, I made a beautiful cursed image in there. I've been working on a friend's D&D character on and off screen, so that's what this image here is for. I want to remove this. How do I... There we go. So, there's that. Kind of reorganize some of this stuff so it's a little less crowded. And then last night, because I was up until like 3 a.m., I want to redo my office space. So therefore, let me shrink this down. So, I probably should specify which layout is which. Oh, it probably would help if I turn on my pencil. Okay. Okay. Option 1. Okay. Number 2. Number 3. That's number 5. Oh, I wasn't even putting that on. It works. It's fine. So, not that you guys would see my office space, but this is, just like a redesign of my office space. I have 2 desks. One's slightly smaller than the other. And I think I had awkwardly made the smaller one. Sometime after Del Papa and I started dating, I was very much like, we got it from IKEA, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, I'm big girl. I can do it myself. And then I think I was sleep deprived and didn't have. I was also working 2 jobs, and I meant to build the desk as where the drawers are on the right hand side because I'm mostly a right hand individual. There is some tasks that I do a lot with my left hand, which is probably odd for some individuals because when you're mostly dominant one hand, you're not dominant in some few other tasks with your left. And I put the drawers for that small desk on the left side and not the right side. And now my slightly bigger desk is the drawers are on the right side. So I have to factor in the drawers, and on the smaller desk, there's a drawer that goes across the top. I would love that desk more if it didn't have the drawer, I think, underneath, because the chair that I had and the chair that I currently also have will always ram into the drawer. And it would also, like, depending on the height of the chair, would hit my thighs. So it was not a poorly thought process, but it was also poorly thought process. I just needed a new desk because my desk that I had before it decided to cease to be a desk, more like a fold down desk. It was great. So there's just these few. I'll go over this and then we'll start something different. But this is the current layout. So there's these storage containers. I didn't really include them in the sketch process because I'll probably put it either in the closet. I gotta organize the closet. So they may end up being in the closet or shuffled somewhere around in the room. There's there's this weird clothing bin that we gotta go through, so that obviously will not stay in here. And yes, I do have 2 desks in my office space. One is my main chair, and then the other one I had bought a few months prior to getting the chair that I have now, because it's a lot comfortable, because I can lean back in it, and that was quite an issue that I couldn't quite do in my other chair. But I do like that the back, compared to this chair, the back is mesh. So in the summer months when it's too hot, I feel like my back is actually breathing. Whereas this one's more of like, definitely comfort. But if you get warm, your back has no way to, like, really breathe. Which sometimes I don't like that. And my office space is also a little cluttered, so this doesn't show the clutter. It's more of rearranging the furniture to help with the clutter. But yeah, so I got this small IKEA shelf here that has my 2 bamboo plants that I've had for over maybe a year and a half, maybe 2, going around that. And I have this small planter, like, table. It was originally designed to go outside, so that may or may not, depending on how the 1, 2, 3, and 5 go, it may end up going outside. That's why I put the question marks for. But I'm not quite sure which way I'm gonna go with, because my second desk, there's nothing really wrong with it other than, yeah, the just the layout of the stuff. And I would hate to dispose of it because there's nothing wrong with it. And I kind of use it as my printer silhouette cutter setup. So it is possible that I might get the same bookshelf that I have here to just store more of my, because I have a shelf and it's like 90% of it is dedicated to just Pokemon stuff. So I might just get the same bookshelf so I can dedicate it to all my art supplies, because that's what takes up most of the drawers. And there's my cat clawing at the door. Bean, no! Bean! She stopped. There we go. Victory is mine. So there is that thought process. And as of right now, the cats are not allowed in here because, again, it is a bit cluttered with the holidays coming up, and we've been reorganizing our own closet in our bedroom. So I don't want the cats to get into something that I might not even know that they shouldn't or should be getting into. So it keeps it easier. So there will be a litter box in here and a cat tower. So then they can be in here as they please. I know Bean really likes to be around people, but doesn't. Like, she wants all the pets, but no pets. And then the kittens, they're very much lap cats, or they like to be next to you. So before the clutter, I would have a blanket on me, and whatever extra blanket is hitting on the floor, Tater Tot would come up and lay by my feet with the blanket, which I deeply miss. So I'm trying to also incorporate situating the desk space, an office space redesign to incorporate them, and possibly, yeah. Oh, I didn't even finish the extra chair bit because it's the morning and this is how my brain process works until I have a full cup of coffee. So the extra chair is home to my this plushy like pillow Kirby. Not as of right now. It's like to my side on the ground. Some blankets, like as a blanket that my grandma crocheted before she had passed, and I was gifted her jacket when she passed, and to keep it like nice and whatnot, it's in here. So there is that. That's part of the reason why I have the chair. Odd thing enough, this room does not have a ceiling light. So I have to incorporate, I have these like ring lights in this USB IKEA light that I can plug in. But like there's no good spot for them with how everything is. And because of the window being like to the far right corner, and if possible videos of me doing traditional art actually really pushes me towards it. I'm kind of like looking at the camera, but I'm not quite sure It would be more like pointing downwards, so you wouldn't really see my face. Because I'm not quite ready for a hybrid PNG and you see my face. So, and I know a lot of artists, like, when they do traditional art, they like having natural light. So, that's why some of these, the shorter desk is within the light, here. I kind of like this concept where I could use both chairs and I could just alternate between the chairs. But I don't think I would necessarily do that. I have stuff kind of in front of the closet, like the chair and these two, because my cats, again, they're mischievous and they like to get into the closet. They're like toddlers. They know how to open closets. Alright? And anything in the closet is never safe. I don't know why. They've gotten to the top shelf and wreak havoc. And I don't know why. That's their morning sauce kind of deal. So yeah. So this is my beautiful layout. Like from midnight until 3 a.m. thought process of how I'm gonna do the room. And if anyone has ever played Sims, you know this is probably makes so much sense. Why everything's like within square sections, if it looks like it. Now, I don't know if I have permission to work on my friend's, like, D&D character on stream, but you can obviously see their face. It's fine. Because they have it posted for their D&D campaign. So that's not even their finished product. That was kind of showing some issues, color theory issues we were having with the skin tone. So we'll open up a whole new sketch and we'll whip up that good old Pinterest. Really good concept, not concept, because it was a concept. I had thought of remaking, this. I found this old, high school era map design. And I think I'm going to continue. I have like a page of the name and the town names, the villages, the farms, the whole bunch. And instead of going on, because I have a picture of the original map design, but it had gone through so much in the process of when I moved and certain things happening in my life that, yeah, the image is not the greatest looking to look at this piece of paper because it looks like it's been through so much coffee spills and damages to the paper. I think I'm just gonna redesign it. I've seen where like people, where is it? Hold on, I'm gonna set that to the side. Where they use rice for map design. Where, yeah, let me pull up an image. Zoom in on it because it's tiny. So there's like this. So there's this possible option of making, because like I feel like I will consistently make the same blob of a world map, and I don't want to do that. I want some variation. I feel like the rice is very natural. But I can't really do that on my tablet. I'm not gonna dump rice on top of my tablet. Unless for the, it was water damage. Which we're not gonna do. So, there's that. I could take a picture with the rice on paper and send it to my tablet. That's possible. Very much possible. And then I had, and if I take a picture with my tablet or some image, I have this little key that I made. That it was just for the smaller hand-drawn mini map to just give me ideas where to place everything. So yeah, got all that. And I'm just sitting here rambling. Coffee. I think I'm gonna do the rice thing, but let me grab a clean sheet of paper. Kind of clean up a little bit of my desk. Or the big desk. Kind of plop everything over on my tiny desk, because that's kind of what I normally do when I'm shuffling stuff around. It would also help with cleaning my desk up and whatnot. It's really just the organization that I would like to do. Alright, there we go. Paper. Probably put more paper underneath it. Goal is to put it under one page, but spillage, making more of a natural looking map. Shuffle my coffee cup in that way, and I have the morning hiccups. Blissful. Okay. There we go. And it gets me, as of right now in our rice container, is brown rice. So therefore, I'm using brown rice. Okay. Wanna, because it's not really looking very separated as in the image, so I'm going to kind of more closer together some rice. because this is looking a little more organic now. I'll probably draw a line around it. No. Yeah. Okay. That rice in there. Now we'll take an image. If it will let me. Got to see my toe beans. There we go. And then go back. Now I can clean up the thing. Rice. For the most part. Sweep it all on one page. That'd probably be a little bit easier. There we go. And now I can go put the rice container away. Snuck back into the office space without being noticing. Okay, we can move that out of the way, and then grab the tablet. That's not what I want to click. Add, insert photo. Okay. I could warp this or distort it. Hold on. Oh yeah. Plug my headset back in because I forgot to charge it last night. There we go. So I want to get the length of the page. Come on, there we go. There we go. Add some little hole sections in, like, right here for, like, a lake. And I'm keeping my hand, like, not very close to the tablet. Kind of keeping it on the other end of the, also the stylus that I have. So the hand is a little more shaky to give that more natural little map looking vibe that I want. And I won't do this for every little hole that's in the space. Can I give these like little islands in here? It's funny how I'm very close to the edges for most of these, but the very top in this one here and that one, I just want to keep it that way because, you know, it's funny. It's a very like this used to be such a natural concept for me to just build these different little worlds, and then kind of just stopped doing it for a hot while. So it's kind of great to get back in this. Okay, now we're gonna do the outer little islands. And I'm not gonna be perfect with the edges either. Give it that nice randomness. I am obviously kind of doing it with the shadows and without the shadows. Also, plus, I don't know if I'll ever use this for like an actual, like, if I wanted to DM one day a D&D campaign, or Possibly use this world for the story timeline for building my own OC. No, Brohan has like, he doesn't have like a full set in stone timeline. You don't have to, but, or whatnot, or make a whole new world. But I just feel like it's be more of a personal touch for myself that I want to. Yeah, I think I might go back and redo this one for sure. Just realized I've been doing that on the wrong layer. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna live, laugh, learn in this thought process. Yeah, we're just gonna continue. We're gonna accept, as mostly a traditional artist, we're gonna accept as if we're working with an ink pen. This is a learning to adapt to what you think is a mistake, but it could be a learning curve to my thought process. It's not the final edging of the piece. Lightly. Ooh, that's harsh. Ooh, hold on. We need to change this to recent to this. We didn't get rid of it entirely. We're just making it more little pronounced compared to the scribble shenanigans that have occurred. And then do. I have been a little quiet. I don't mean to be, but it is also still the very early morning for where I live, so if I'm not as talkative as I am at night, my brain is still functioning. I had woken up at 7:10, went back to bed. I was like, alright, gotta make breakfast. Well, I didn't make breakfast, I made coffee. But that is my breakfast for right now. I'm an individual that suffers from, if I eat too early in the morning, feel nauseous. Then I feel nauseous for not eating in the morning, so I kind of have to wait for my stomach to kind of settle. Usually takes about an hour or two after waking up, like officially waking up. So me getting out of bed like more closer to 7:45 is gonna be more of the time frame for me. So probably around 9-10ish I'll be able to eat something. I didn't mean to hiccup and burp at the same time with that, so I do apologize if anyone heard that. There we go. So I know I did this on the wrong layer, but you gotta live, out, laugh, learn. We're gonna do this. So, also gonna tone it down. That helps. Or turn down the opacity. So that kind of helps. Um, so, on this piece of paper that I printed off with a list of every name of town, village names, farms, forest names, lakes. Obviously, there is more lakes. My phone buzzed. It's just my chair. Then what's on the paper. This is more like a fantasy D&D kind of situation, so medieval, kind of a map. So not all of them will be named, is how I'm gonna look at it. There's gonna be mountain names, castles, a desert wasteland, rivers. Obviously, there's could be quite a handful of rivers, but there's like only 5 that I wrote down, so I do have to eventually show the first concept map, and then to what I have this. Then there's a lot of, I put road names on here, which I think would be, there's like 19 names. So I would think I would, in this process with reusing the names from here, I'll probably use these main ones to more major towns, castles, and whatnot. There's gonna be some ruins, temples, waterfall names, ocean / seas. There's also bridges on here, towers, cave names, tavern names, magic shop names, swamp names. I really thought of this through. Snowland names, library names. I don't know why we put. You know what? So, 16 to 18-year-old me has no recollection of why I put that there. It's 3 of them, so they're obviously important. Harbor names, obviously. Why not? Graveyard names, island names. Obviously, I only have 3 island names, so like more of the key ones down in probably here will have the names, but it is possible like this bigger one right here would have a name too. Beach names, and I had even made up god and goddesses names, but I think that's for a whole nother situation. So I could, you know what, I'm gonna plug in my printer, save this PDF to myself. Well, it's more like, actually, I could just do this, because I thought, in order for me to get the image from via tablet to my computer before getting the this program to save, or this screen mirror program to work, I have to send it to Del Papa, and I'm pretty sure there's private messages. They're not like rated R messages. They're just gives away some information that I do not want to dox myself on. Let me kind of situate, because my thought process now is printing this off. I have a container of dice. I can roll it for more of the major landmarks, so like where the forest will be. I don't have to worry about lake names, or like the mountains, the castles, the desert wasteland, probably the towers. But yeah, just bear with me. Bear with me on my whole thought process. This is how I am in the morning. Really is. I have one thought process and I go with another. It's okay. Just move those that way. Grab this. Is this for my... Which cord is which? Oh, that's for my controllers. Unplug my game capture one. Plug in my printer. Use my printer paper. Open up the tray. Turn it on. Okay. Now that it's waking up, then I'll open up that. I don't know what screen this is gonna open up on, so I'm gonna put it on that real quick. Oh, I do apologize for any soundly noises I make. Part of recovering from that cold. Didn't put it in there. I need to put it in downloads. Okay, there we go. That's right. Open. We're gonna print this. Yes, and then we're just gonna print in like print. Oh, that's printing in the wrong direction. Now that I'm realizing that. This is not let me choose. Huh. Why is it not letting me? I want to choose to print it in black and white, but it's not giving it to me. That's kind of rude. It's also too early for my brain to process. Plain paper. Portrait. Or settings. There we go. No, it's not going to give me a choice. Huh. I'll have to... Settings. Can I zoom it in any? Custom? We're gonna open this in something else. Try and fix it. Open with snipping tool, maybe? Put that over here. Now we can, hold on, I can change this back to this screen. No, that's not. It might pop up a few windows open over there, but it's just gonna be the same as this image now. Okay, so where is printer? There we go. I'm gonna open it in snippet tool, and it gives me color mode, which makes no sense. Oh, landscape portrait. Center. Center. Don't need something fancy. Okay. Well, it's still gonna have a border, but I can live with that. So we're gonna print this one. And this is gonna be just general plots of where stuff are. We'll keep the landscape one. Printer, you did your job. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So okay, plant that there. Actually, keep it in the same direction as what's on my tablet. So on this list, there's quite a bit town names. Not very much of a large paper for space. So we're gonna do like the smaller areas first. So like, so I think we should figure out where the mountains, the deserts, and then like the swamps and snowlands out first. Because everything else would make sense when we plop them around. Because town names have like 18. And the dice are only so big and so small at the same time. So the mountain names, there's like 4 of them. I'll use less of the rounder dice. Obviously, if it lands on a body of water, because this would be more like body of water. So if it lands on that, I'm gonna re-roll that dice. And if for some reason it moves another dice, I'll just put the other dice back. Okay. So, only 1 of the 4 dice made it onto the map. So, we'll just redo it. That's still kind of making this difficult for myself. We'll just kind of do it like that. There we go. So, we're gonna, put on a new layer. So, the mountain 1, how was I doing the labels for these? Because I have a key. This is mountain. For the first one. Yeah, probably. I'll figure out the names for them later, because then I think they more correspond to, the names correspond to one another, I believe. And then the other one is just right next to these mountains, or these lakes, all right here. Again, it's just general placing. So it's not, this is not the final details. Kind of doing them in the space that they're taking up. So there we go. So mountains are figured out. The desert wastelands, we got 4 of those. See where they land. Okay, that one's a little off. Now we'll redo this one. It's flying way too far. Again, way too far. You know what? We'll just use a D6. Okay. And then the key that I'm using for the desert wasteland is lines. Solid. Because it's just above these little lakes. The other one, it happened to land over here. So I kind of want to make this whole section the wasteland slash desert kind of situation. Okay, so that is figured out. And then, what's the other one? The swamps. There's 4 of those. And the snowlands. Which I feel like, if we were following the whole North and South Pole kind of situation, there would be, like, the snow region would be here on these 2 islands. This would probably be more of a wasteland. And then, there would be definitely more snow up in the north. Logically. But we've seen Game of Thrones where it's just the island, like, from here up is, like, snow. Not saying the other months couldn't receive snow, but the bits and pieces that I've seen are questionable. So these ones I'm going to plop, yeah, where I so please. Because the dice thing, I feel like the board is, or the piece of paper that I printed is just not really suitable for trying to do it, because they just, if I had a bigger, like, piece of paper and sketched it out by hand, it would probably be 10 times easier to get more of an accurate idea with the dice. Okay. And then what did I mark for the snow? Snowland. So Alliance and basically an asterisk. So we're gonna I can hear Del Papa knocking on this other side of the wall. Hold on. See what he said. I don't even think for the stream schedule did I put the dates down right? I didn't even put the dates down right. Wow. Oh well. We live, laugh, and learn. Now that I've seen that. So there's that. I feel like the little kind of with the snow situation would kind of like merge a little bit. Into this island because they're not, I would say, too far. Well, now that I think about it, I don't know the exact mile distance it is between pixel and pixel, so it is passable. It's kind of like Greenland. There's so many tiny little islands so close to it. They're still like colder or frozen-ish. Kind of like a tundra. Yeah. I feel like this would span quite a bit. Now that we got some brain juices going, I feel like this would be high enough with the mountain space that it would make its own little snow wasteland or snowland. Oh, and Del Papa is basically moving around. Okay. Was talking to Del Papa. He's now joined the living. Congratulations to Del Papa for joining the land of the living. Very much like that. I feel like that's too far down me. There is that. Obviously, there's gonna be way more forest situations than the few that I put. So, that would definitely be changing. So, let's see. Where did I? Farms and towns, forests. Oh, I put 7, so, you know, like probably major forests and whatnot. What did I use? Trees. And I drew the tree icon like this as a quick doodle. It's great. It's fantastic. So I think between this is so not doing this what I did justice. I feel like this would have many trees down here. And then when I get to towns and whatnot, I'll change the color from a blue to something else, because then I can maybe on a different layer, so then I can overlap them in a way. I feel like this section is kind of bare because I'm doing it all by the mountains, and I know some mountains can have plateaus. So we'll let give that a mountain in the middle more of a plateau kind of situation. This one I'm talking about in the center. And like what I thought process with like forest, like super dense, not like rainforest kind of dense kind of situation, but definitely like if you've been in the woods or like what not that anyone has been outside, but some people don't actually go like camping, so like that kind of density of wood together, natural decaying trees, dense. So I kind of have 4, and I have 7 listed, so... Should have made, like, the trees, like a stamp. Like everything, like this for a stamp. Making a whole new brush set. Probably should do that with when I get more closer to Tater Tot. Yep, there he goes. He stopped. I think he just needed to know I was alive and breathing. Even though I've been talking. What a strange concept. And they have been fed. They have water. They still have food in their food bowl when I walked out there, because So they're not starving or anything. As I was rambling on, I'll probably, for the more detailed stuff, I'll probably make like pencil brushes so that I could just like woo, and then it will stamp all, you know, that's section, or I could like just do it on a like an outline. Like I could do the stamp line along here and then color this in, like make bumps or whatever to show more of the section. So that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more. It's good. I think down here's a little barren. Del Papa, are you watching? I heard you sneeze. And bless you. Okay, so that's 6. I almost want to add like a forest line in a way, like right here. That kind of like has a... I want to put the more mountains right there. There's the plateau. Yeah. The Great Plateau right there. I do apologize for the cough. Because that was not graceful. Not very demure. My thought process with having like a line of trees being in a way of if an individual wanted to if I were to make this like a usable map kind of thing, if people wanted to use it as whatever and they can rename certain sections, if I wanted to go that far, you know, they could add like a little like kind of like with a north versus south kind of situation. Like, I know a typical one in fantasy is like dwarves versus elves kind of situations. So people could use it if they wanted to. But that depends on if I want to make it usable for others. Like, go through that whole thought process of leaving sections blank. Okay. So I'm gonna consider, in my thought process right now, for the world that I'm building, that this is like gonna be kind of like with being in Michigan. There's the lower peninsula and then the upper, but these would be like the east or west and east situation. And then the swamps. There's 4 major swamps. And I kind of want to keep them between, like, these wasteland situations. Like, here and there. Possibly quite a bit on this island. And I don't want to do swamp too far north. When there's been swamps that are cold. Or, you know, colder climate. So, might have one. It's kind of bare over in this area. Hold on. Okay, so the wastelands, I did like multiple trees and a squiggle line at the bottom of them, which I feel like we can improve that design. I'm gonna make it like a different layer for this. So instead I'm gonna do a lot of these and then that. Because we don't have a whole lot of lines going that way. So, come back down here. Okay, hold on. Turn this down some. Release these sections. Could have gone back and just hit the back button, but didn't want to redo that. I feel like the swamp plants in this universe would be kind of a little bit of a barrier between the forest and the wastelands, in a way. I feel like this whole island would be almost wasteland-like. Lot of lines and a lot of scribbles. Ever so slightly becoming more and more slant. Trying to keep it consistent. There is those two. And then we're gonna put some stuff over here, because it's kind of bare. Kind of neglecting certain portions of the map. So... make it a little more congested in some spots. Feels more swamp-like. There we go. So there is. So we got. Probably go back to this so I can kind of make my scribble key. So swamps. Forest. Wasteland. Slash Des. That's dessert with 2 S's. Dessert. Snowland. Slash tundra. There we go. So now I want to add so we're gonna add we're gonna try a different color. There we go. The indicators for like major sections. So obviously we're gonna do castles, because then castles we can figure out towns and then farms. So it looks like how I designed the key for the castles. It's just a house with a door, and then towns and villages. Town away from the castle. That's what the difference is. So the towns, I'm going to change that up. So what I wrote on the key is with the little house, tiny houses that are near the castle. They don't give a name, because, you know, they would technically be within the castle area. I'm assuming that's my thought process at that time. And then I put a dot as towns that get names that are far away from the castle. So we're gonna change that up. So castles, 36 of them. Okay, we're gonna move Kirby now. Kirby, you've been helpful, but we're gonna switch it, twist that. Okay, we're gonna take off the little piece for my keyboard so I can move my tablet to a comfortable position. Yeah, so there's 6. So I did like name all of these, so, and I used the fantasy name generator website, so if I pronounce any of these wrong, because I have no idea how they would be pronounced. So, okay. Yeah, so the castle names, there's Riverfoot Stronghold, Clifton Fortress, Cottonhorn Castle, Azale Castle, Hopespire Fortress, and Daunton. It's Dawn and Ton, so that feels so unnatural to say. In Daunton Palace. I may or may not rename some of these. So, I like the name, the Aysel. It's Aysel. I feel like that would be very in a dense mountain area kind of situation. So I want to put it in here. So that does not look good. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a bit of a darker color. Does that help? No. Hold on. We're gonna bring down the opacity. There we go. Maybe that will help. I feel like a mountain area. I think I could extend maybe this mountain area here more this way. But I do want to keep a bit of a gap so the mountain ranges are different. But we will... I think I'm going to have to... name mouse separately. Bring down the thickness of my brush. There we go. There we go. I'll just write next the... I'm keeping the name of the castle, you know. I'll keep the name together. I feel like a cliffin. I might change it, but I definitely like the cliff part because this is like its own little island section. Is this right here? Cliff. Cliffin. Fortress, yeah. Range. Struggling to spell. Riverfoot Stronghold. I feel like that would be definitely more of this region. Riverfoot Stronghold. Hopesfire or Hopeshire Fortress. I feel like it would go right here. Shire Fortress. Then I'm gonna, because there's a total of 6 castle names, so I'm gonna change 2 of them. I'm gonna put one like kind of right here, and then one on this island right here. Well, I could put it... I kind of want to put it down here so it's further away from everyone. Excuse me. Okay. Now on to the 18 town / villages name. So which I'm gonna use in a different color. There we go. I'm gonna use yellow on the same layer. I think if I'm going to indicate it as a town, I'll use, because towns are larger than villages, so I'll use the house little icon without a door that I sketched on here, and use the dots as villages, because they're smaller. So I would like, obviously there's going to be a little more than just a castle in some instance. And that kind of hurt my foot when I bumped into that. But they're definitely going to be more closer to said castle. Now, some of these, again, this is all from Fantasy Name Generator. So some of the names, I don't even know how to say. So as I go down through the list of the 18, I can hear Del Papa sneezing. Bless you. Oh my lord. That sounded violent. Probably should check it on. I'm just sending him bless you. And there we go. Switch that back. There we go. What did he say? He said, "Thank you, honey. Always." Okay, as I go down the name of the list of the villages, there's Yellow Seed, Aquarin, Northern, Bannockburn, Moonlight, Moonbright, I almost said Moonlight, Wimborne, Balmoral, Darley, Doveport, Staffmore, Archensheen, Porth Crawl, and this one's gonna be severely butchered. Hamistle, Swinmore, Acerton, Vertius, Millstone, Yarlford. Could go either way with some of those. Obviously, some of these aren't like real words in a way, but it works. Definitely works. So may also change some of the stuff. So, like, some of the villages I feel like would be by water, like lakes. So, here is one. Ooh, we're gonna make this yellow, kind of like a dookie yellow to make this work. So there's one village. Why is my phone buzzing? There we go. So I'm gonna mark them because there's 18 of them. Make sure I'm kind of. No, this is gonna be more like connect dots. I'll just count them. Kind of keep some. Kind of do a mixture of a certain amount. I can always add villages and stuff, but I feel like each of them should have like a town area close to them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's half. We'll do one more. Then the rest could be villages. That was 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. Where does it feel the most barren? Kind of over here. Well, it would be definitely harsher, maybe, climate. Because it's, I would say, it's colder. So, keep it in. There. Then why not we put one kind of here. And then I have, so that is the village and town name. So let's add these to the key. Villages. Towns. Okay. Probably move that up, or I didn't even write that on the right layer. Okay. Then also on that same layer, we're gonna add farms, which are triangles. And there's not as many, because I know in kind of like a medieval time, like it's not as like modern society where you could, well, I mean you can grow your own or go somewhere and get like stuff from the store. But if it's like medieval times, not always could you travel somewhere, so you have your own little like garden where you live for like the villages and such. But these are like going to be more dedicated farms, so they're going to be definitely closer to towns or the castles. we're gonna do those like a... Okay, that brightest green is not great. That. We'll put the... I think farms are gonna be more like a farm little town, therefore it's easier. Think because of how this is right there, I'm gonna put farm on this side. Farm here. There we go. I think there's gonna be a farm here in between this tower, our town and the castle, and then this. I feel like I have one there. It's not gonna be as close, but eh. Details, details. And I feel like Hopeshire Fortress is gonna be like a good... If there was any beef with anyone, I feel like they're good middle ground. So they get too like close, like farms. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put one here, so that's 5. Excuse me. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one more. There we go. That's 9. Got town names, farms, forest, lake names. We can figure that out later. Mountain names, castles, desert. We're not gonna worry about rivers, road names, ruins, temples, like major waterfalls, harbors. Just my chair again. What is going on? Okay. Ruins. So the names of the ruins are the Void Village, City of Coal, Shore of Ashes, and the Overgrown Temple. Well, I feel like the Overgrown Temple would definitely be in the Dense Jungle shenanigans. What was the icon for the ruins? It's just a bunch of blocks together. Huh. And we're gonna use like a black purple-ish. And the runes are more like, my thought process is like old city, obviously runes are like old civilizations, but possible cities that might have been affected in some kind of war. Because that does usually happen, how stuff is ruined. But got more of a weird historical event. Because the overgrown temple is a temple. So, you know. Obviously, some things went down. And then there is going to be an ad that starts in like 45 seconds. So... do more of that angle, and we're gonna put it more square, circle, and triangle. It's nothing. So there's one. The Void Village. So I feel like I have this small village here. I feel like on this island, like a island, there should be some faint village. So, or was a faint village. So we're gonna put it over here. City of Charcoal. Or Charcoal? City of Coal. I feel like we should go up by the stronghold. Be relatively close. That's not what I didn't mean to make it a letter A. I meant to make a triangle. City of Coal. I need coffee. Well, go and get the coffee. You are the coffee. I have my coffee. It's a little cold, but there's not much left in it. And how are you doing, Chubby, this fine Sunday morning? At least for me. I'm assuming your time zone is very similar to mine, so you're not... It's not like your evening. Also, how was, I saw on the Discord you were talking about some event going on. I don't remember what was going to be. There's a wedding reception event. Hanging on by a thread. Oh no. Work was exhausting last night. I'm also very confused how... not that I would ever, as someone who's planning their own wedding, how does one get a wedding reception at a museum? Didn't get home until almost 2 a.m. Oof. The one, technically, well, I've been to 3 weddings. 2 of the 3 weddings I, like, left after, like, a few hours. And one was more of, like, morning into the afternoon, and the other one was, like, afternoon into the evening. So I didn't stay, like, out too late. But there was one wedding. We were out there until, like, 1 in the morning. And trying to leave at 2 a.m. It was brutal. I was the DD for several drunk people. One threw up in my car. Other one, when I pulled over when that all happened, the other one threw up outside of my car, and I had taken my shoes off so I didn't get like puke on my shoes when I was trying to clean out the car with all these drunk people on the side of the road. It was in the middle of nowhere, so it was fine. They didn't go very far. And I stepped in someone else's throw up. It was not like, it was 0 out of 10 experience. I was like, man, I could never with be a DD for this many drunken people. And to have like a bucket on demand for possible throw ups that I've learned. That is a life lesson learned. You learn the hard way in those situations. And I suffered in so many ways. Also, I'm not sticking to the standards of drinking mostly black coffee. It's mostly creamer compared to coffee, but it's the peppermint mocha creamer. I love that. It's been impossible to find in any of my stores that I shop at. And then, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before. I had finally found 2 bottles of Coffee Mate peppermint mocha, and I was like, I am snagging these. I don't care. I normally I just need one, but it's been so hard to find. I just yoinked. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Not big on peppermint, but I love the mocha. The peppermint is not bad. It's not like this, like where you get something where it's got peppermint flavor and it's so strong that like your eyes almost water. It's like you can obviously taste the peppermint afterwards, but it's not overpowering in my honest opinion. If you haven't tried the Coffee Mate peppermint mocha, it is worth it. If you could find it. I don't know if you'll have an issue trying to find it, but I definitely did. The universe was out to spite me. The peppermint mocha is a seasonal one. I think so. They only have it available in the fall and the winter. Where I live, it is so popular. It is year-round. When I had worked for a grocery store, technically they can order non-seasonal items. As someone who's worked in a retail store, the department managers can talk to like when the sales reps come in for certain brands, they can request to order a certain item that's kind of like quote unquote seasonal. But if a large area demands for a certain item for so much, like so often, they'll make it as like a year-round thing. So where I live, it's a year-round item. It will go from like having like three of the item product wide during like the fall or winter, but then like in the spring and summertime it would be reduced to like one little creamer bottle itself on the shelf. But they really slacking this year because it's been impossible to find. And I've been looking like since September to have a bottle. And it's now November. Waited so long. The other ruin. Where am I gonna put it? Feel like it should go in a wasteland. Cause it's, well no, the last one's Shores of Ashes. Yeah, it's definitely like wasteland material. We'll put it Source of Ashes. We'll put it here. Put it, oh, I accidentally turned off my pen at some point. need to get like one of those like pencil grippy thingies, because this is wide as the Bluetooth pencil I have is wide enough that I could put a little grippy over the button, and when I'm pushing down, it might not push down on the button. We'll put it like right here. Yep. No, because I have the eraser on it. Whoopsies. There we go. For ashes. When I was a beer drinker, all my favorite beers were seasonal Oktoberfest brews or winter brews. Oh, there's a peppermint Smirnoff. It was a seasonal item for a hot while. It depends on the store. Like if you happen to see, they call them liquor stewards in the liquor aisles, that when they were restocking stuff, especially at Kroger. I had gotten to know, I'm not going to say I'm friends with the liquor steward, but I had gotten to know the liquor steward at a Kroger, and I was looking for these, the peppermint Smirnoffs, because I wanted to try it for this, like, drink mix I was making for a party, but it was, like, impossible to find. It was around the holidays, and they're like, well, I could order a case, but, like, the thing is, and like, if you're gonna order it, you know, you need to buy it often, because I'm gonna sit on that until like the next holiday or whatever. Some random person also wanting it. There were before I got into like trying vodkas or any hard liquor. There was also these they're still available, but they're called they were just coming out. So Not Your Father's Root Beer, which is like a hard soda kind of beer situation. It was like, I liked it. It was nice. It was not technically beer, but the process how they made it was quote unquote classified as a beer from the liquor steward. And then they had these hard sodas, which were called Henry's. And they had this orange one flavor. Oh, it was so good. It was impossible to get that one. So I had her order a whole case, and I bought a whole case. It was like a 6-pack, but like a case came as 4 6-packs. So yeah, that was like my first drink that I've ever had. It was good. If people are, you know, if they ever want to drink when they're of age and they don't want to go for the hard liquor, that one, it was like at the time like 3 or 4% alcohol in it, so you didn't taste the alcohol, in my opinion. So it's almost like a creamsicle, orange creamsicle flavor in a way. Very light, but if you drink too many too fast, you would feel it very quickly. I'm kind of a lightweight, but not. Obviously, when people first start drinking, they're definitely a lightweight. Hot damn, I suffered the first time. So I think now I'm going to add the harbors for them. Oh, there's 8 harbors that I put on here, and the harbors are, funny enough, a fish symbol that I've used. So we're gonna try different. This almost looks like a black, but if you look at this, it is definitely a purple. We're gonna use like a different color blue, but make it darker. And then it is getting toasty. I know Del Papa's cold, so I'm just gonna open my window right next to me. Oh, wait, I want to keep that open. Get a little bit of a breeze going. Oh my god, that's too much of a breeze. Now my legs are gonna be cold. Hold on. Blanket, come here. Come hither. Use me blankets. On demand. Okay. Turn back to the page for harbors. So the ports and harbors that I have, the names that I have written down, and I think I misspelled this one. I think it's supposed to be Maine, Brook, Piers. There we go. Words. Maine, Brook, Piers. But I spelt Maine instead of A-I. It's I-A. I think that's a typo. Then the next one is Krill Port, Iron Pirate Ports, Black Rock Port, Oakwood Harbor, Nightingale Harbor, Echo Bluff, yeah, Bluff Landing, and Darport. A 17-year-old me, because it's kind of between when I was 16 and 18, probably drafting this. So 17-year-old me should not been allowed to be using a fantasy name generator for like 90% of this, because some of the names are like, ooh. I feel like a port close to, and there's 8 of those, so keeping a port close to those sections is kind of great. Void Village is the village of Patches and the Whisperers. Or Worshippers, not Whisperers. Oh man, I need more coffee. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and then woke up at like 7-ish. Well, 7:45 is when I physically got out of bed. I feel like that is valid though. The Void Village is where Patches lives. It is canon now. 100%. No one can stop me on it. We'll put the there, so that's 4 so far. I feel like one could go here. They don't have to necessarily be outward on the outer of this continent, so you put a few on the inside. Told work I'm not coming into work today. Oh man. So you called in sick? Or, well, you're not calling in sick. I mean, you can use a personal day, and there's nothing wrong against it if you're just miserable. It's a nicer way I'm gonna put it. Someone who knows what it's like. You bust your ass the day before and you're just suffering. And you're just like, I know I can't handle a work day. It is totally valid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay. got those. My feet are jello. Oh man, I don't understand that. Man, when I had 2 jobs, and I had 2 jobs mostly for funsies. Looking back on it, because I didn't really need 2 jobs. I was financially okay. Wanted to save that extra money, and yeah, I would never do that again. My feet like felt like jello or pudding. Didn't feel like it was a physical solid object after working 2 jobs. What else can I add to this map? I can add the temples, waterfalls, bridges, tower names, libraries, graveyards, caves, tower names, magic shops. And just kind of explain what I'm doing. So I found this old little like packet from a world that I was building, and I had drafted up a map. Never really finished it. And said map had been damaged in ways that, like, it looked like coffee had spilled on it. I don't know exactly how I damaged it or what happened to it exactly, but the paper is like coffee stained yellow. And it's from like an old sketchbook that I had ripped out the page. I had found it in the process of when I was moving, and then I misplaced this because I was like, maybe I'll just redo the map and, you know, go from there. But like the map, how it looks, kind of like how this is, it's just like a corner piece of a continent in a way. So I wanted to make like more of a whole continent and whatnot than just like a corner. But I had in the packet had wrote down a key and all the town names and whatnot, and I used like a fantasy name generator. So I'm trying to redo said world or continent, country, whatever you want to. I wrote country name, which makes no sense because technically there's several kingdoms, and I think some kingdoms have are classified as their own country, as long as they're, you know, separate, unless they're working together, and that's probably a weird ally situation. So I had wrote down like all this stuff, and yeah, I might show the said map at some point when I'm more like done with like this rough draft. So I'm just kind of like building a little world. Don't know how far I'm gonna go with it, like if I'm gonna use it for D&D or like a character story kind of build, but it gives me something to do. It gives me something to sketch. Other than my 3M rearrangement progress of my office space. That's what I did from like midnight till 3 a.m. Did a whole rearrangement thing. It was great. And then we moved on to this. So we're like rearranging, or not rearranging. Well, we are. Because we're rearranging how that map is. Yeah. What should we do? Hold on. Should do the temples one the next. Kind of go down the list. And then the temple names. God, this is gonna be butchered. Altar of Phytos. like Tito's, but with an F. The God, I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce this. Baltahero? Baltahero? Hero? Close enough. Shrine of Ovos. The Soul of Stones. I really did a mash of making these words that I can't even pronounce options in my world building. And then I got these simple 3-year-old names of villages and temples that are the Soul of Stones, you know. Gotta keep the, that comedic simple name process. What was that? How was the key for the, where I would do the temple? It was a line and so basically a trap. Okay, so the one that I couldn't pronounce seems like it would definitely want to be near the island of the Void Village. So we'll put it there. And we'll probably rename it, unless if I figure out how to pronounce it. Let's see. Shrine of Stones. Feel like that would be either A, in the middle of the mountains, or a desert or a cliff-like area. I feel like this spot's bare. Let's see. Which one? Altar of Pitos. We'll put it. Oh, that's. Oh, that works. Hold on. Just trying to figure out how to make a trapezoid for a second. There we go. We'll probably rename some of these shrines, so we'll just keep it that way. And then we'll put that in there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Maybe put one also on this island. Well, I feel like shrines should be near, not necessarily distant. I feel like this spot would be kind of like a perfect spot for it. Shrine temple situation. Now we can go here. Temple. Okay. And now waterfalls. We're gonna make that like a light blue. We're gonna bring that down here. And that key was kind of like this. I know there's could be plenty of waterfalls, but these are more like probably gonna have more of a story, magical things. And I feel like the cliffs section, well, Clifton Fortress is gonna have one, so we're gonna switch back over to this. Oh, yeah, it's because it's gonna have like a major one like on this cliff section. So there's one. There's like 3 on this list. So there's Oak Falls, Emerald Lake Rapids, and Almond Falls. So I feel like Oak Falls is definitely gonna be in the forest. feel like this section is bare. So we'll kind of put one here. And then the last one, Emerald Lake Rapids. What feels bare? Put one right there. Okay, so there's that one. The next one is bridge names that I have. We'll make this a brown. And then the bridge icon was just a dot with a upside down U. Bridges. Because I feel like there would be a bridge here. Well, yeah. No, that's not where I wanted the bridge. I wanted it here. So that there's that. And there would be a bridge here. Where else would be like a... I think I would put a bridge here. So I want to put a tower there. On a hydrate. Is the hydrate for coffee or water? Because I have both. I'll do the water and then a coffee. I don't remember the last time I consumed water, so that tastes really good. So there's the 3 major bridges. Okay. And then towers. So we'll go back to like this color, but in a different color. There we go. So towers are just long square with triangle. Okay, so I want one here. Oh, I didn't even read off the bridge names. So bridge names I have is Lithra Bridge, Dragon's Breath Bridge, and the Long Overpass. And now tower names, we have Creed Tower, Union Pillar, Miracle Woods Tower, and South Meadow Spire. So like basic, but I love it. So there's gonna be that one. And I feel like I need to keep the South Meadow Spire, not spiral. I think that is a really tall tower. There we go. There's one, or that's 2. Creed Tower, Union Tower. Okay, there's that one. Got the towers in there. Caves. What did I do for the design for the caves? I feel like I'm gonna have to do it separately now for some of these. It's kind of getting clustered on that one layer. Caves. We're gonna do like a gray color. So there's 5 caves. Meebisk Tavern, Thane Sanctuary, Bleak Cave, Nuth. I feel like Nuth would be, the G is silent. There's a G in the front. It's G-N-U-T-H. But I feel like it would be Nuth Den. And I almost want to change this so it says oof, but it's so there, hold on. So it's Ulf Hollows. So it's an O instead of an E from the LF. So it, like Elf Hollows, but it's Ulf Hollows. And I almost want to change it to Oof Hollows. That would be great. It would be funny. Add that comedy right in there. Oh, we should add it to the key. So caves are this. Feel like Bleak Cave. Well, we got like the Void Village. Very much patches, very canon. So I think we're gonna add the Oof Hollows on the same island. Oof Hollows. Canon. No one can stop me. I have all the power. There we go. Well, I think I want to make this darker. Yeah. I'll make these darker. Oof. Hello. That's for... I'm gonna add something to this island because it's empty. There we go. There's 5 of those. Now, so the next one is taverns. We're gonna do like run out of like colors to use here. Let's see, what was the taverns? Taverns or... Put this on the right thing. Squares. Bunch of squares together. I feel like that's gonna go in a separate layer. And there's 11 of them, so what I have is the Iron Pirate Tavern, the Cherry Inn, the Maple Oaks Bar, the Motley Crew Inn, the third Dragon Fruit, the Wild Orc Inn, the Night Elf Pub, Clever Fox, the Drunken Queen, the Red Panda, and the Green Town Pub. I think I should just not be allowed to name things because I didn't struggle to say any of those. God, 17-year-old me, man. Had no idea what I was doing. Okay. So we definitely want to keep, like, some taverns near the castle, you know. Provide the businesses, you know. Put another one here. There we go. So that is for, right, for, I feel like this place would have quite a few. This one would have, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8. 9. And then there's going to be definitely some, like, random ones by some villages. Where's that one? I think I'm gonna add more pubs and whatnot. More of these for traveling shenanigans. Yeah, I think that's enough pubs. So definitely adding on pubs. Magic shops. So it's just a square with a round top. Oh boy. So we're gonna make that orange. Yeah, we'll make it orange. And then let's see this one. So and I think the thought process behind magic shops, they're like the high-end, reputable, like good, well, good or bad, depends on one's experience, magic shops. Like, they're appointed a title depending on the country or castle's redeeming status. Definitely gonna be, some of these are gonna be near the castle, I think. Want one. Just so that's 2. I'll put one right here. That's 3. It's kind of in a line. 3. 4. Let's put 1. Where does it feel naked? On this map, nothing there. I feel like up here is fine. There we go. So there's 5 of those. And the magic shops that are named were the Bloodstone, Shades and Shadows, the Hourglass, the Raven's Quill, and Spirit Walk. Oof. Oof, these names. And then the libraries. Libraries. There's only 3 of them. Let's see. My pen is dying, so let's put this on the charger. I think I can still use this while it's dying, right? No. Possibly take a break here soon, so it charges for a bit, and I can grab a bite to eat. We're gonna move that up. Okay, that just has caves, so we'll just do this one. And then do like a pinky color. There we go. There's only 3 libraries, so there's Divine Library, Riverfoot Library, and the Evening Hour Library. I feel like Everfoot should definitely, library should be definitely with the Everfoot Stronghold. And I used 2 boxes and scribbles as the key, I think. Yeah. But like this is scribble. Yeah, that works. So there's that. I feel like this other library should be like over here. And then one down here. There's gonna be a... And then graveyards. Graveyards were Tombstone, I'm pretty sure. No, they were... Oh, hold on. Should mark it on the key. Mary. And then this Tombstone or graveyards. The graveyards are oddly named. There's Mountain Ridge Cemetery, Crystal Lake Grounds, Eternal Fires Catacombs, Rosevale Cemetery, and Fairfields Gardens. I feel like I mean, there's gonna be towns with graveyards, because, you know, people die. Probably not very often, but still often enough that you gotta keep them, dead bodies, close, because it's like a medieval times kind of situation. So these are gonna be like more graveyards that have like, they're gonna be like where battlegrounds happened. So I kind of want to keep them near the temples for the most part. So there's that one. There's the other City of Coal. So we'll put one here. One there. There's 5 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3. I feel like one should go here. And then I kind of want to put one also on the same tower. Because, like, Eternal Fires Catacombs kind of sounds nice. And I feel like it should go by the Hopeshire Fortress. 2, 3, 4. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. And then there was a note about adding abandoned town names. But I feel like I don't really need to add them to maps, but I could just do an X marks the spot kind of situation where, like, I just handwrote it. I didn't really write names for them because they're forgotten town names. Therefore, they don't know the names, but they're still on the map. Well, they would be still on the map for my sake in that kind of situation. So we're gonna make it like a dookie brown. Oh wait, that's yeah. Okay. Didn't do that on the wrong there. So there's that. I feel like there's spots where it's like you can kind of see them and you see how abandoned they are. I want to put a few in the swamp, man, in the wastelands. You know? Here. No, I gotta put those in there. But like here. Added a handful of abandoned places. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, plenty. You know? There's 18 town or villages, there's 18 town forgotten places. Is there anything that I forgot about? No. It's basically I can start kind of doing more details or making the brush like stamps. So I'm gonna just open a new layer just in case. Hold on. We're gonna just world brush world stamps. Yeah. Oop. Oof. Okay. All right. Yeah, but no, that's okay. We're gonna go this way. World stamps. That's what I'm gonna call them. Okay. How do I think I duplicate. How do I erase this? Clear drawing pad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what do I want? Ad starts in like 55 seconds. So everyone is aware. I don't think I want to duplicate this one. I think I want, yes, recent, no, well, unpin. I think I gotta go to duplicate. Go to delete. Yeah, hold on. How do I import now? I'm trying to figure out how to. Don't remember what. I will eventually figure this out. Spacing. Do it that way. Shape. Let's see. Shape. Let's change edit. Oh, I can't do it that way. That is awful. I think I have to draw it and then import the shape. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, alright. Hold on. I'll go back into here. Paint brushes, create, edit, import. Purple? No. Hold on. Nope. I want to see if it has to be like a certain size for it to work. Let's just use this. Done. Yeah, that's doesn't have to be. I think here, hit done. We'll change the size. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, so we can delete that. Oh, cancel. Okay. We'll do this. So Not that I don't know what a castle looks like. So, just kind of get a general. How someone else might do it. Message. Where? Huh. Well, let's see. Hold on. I love how my Twitch thing is still slightly broken, so it says I'm streaming with Brohan, and then it says I'm not. Twitch, get yourself together. You're struggling. I think I'm gonna work on making the brooches on a separate thing, like a separate stream. So I'm kind of reaching my end with my Bluetooth pencil for my tablet, so I can let it charge for a bit, and I can get work on more of my day, because I do have stuff going on later, around 1-ish, so it gives me time to get ready. So I'll just pull up my silly little map. But this is what we got so far. So we got plenty of stuff. Obviously, names for maps are not gonna stay, but we can do that. I'll figure that out another day. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't have to be done in one day. So let me see who we are going to raid out to. Let me put it on this screen. Turn this up a smidge. Music. Blast you guys' ear out. There we go. So Arson Queen is doing their subathon. Let me just. I don't know what they're doing, so let me just like hit that button and pull it up and see. Arson Queen. It's marked as special events, but I have no idea what game they are playing. But they are doing their first subathon, and I never get to raid out to them. I think I've done it a few times, but like as of lately, there's hardly ever been an opportunity. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna hit that raid message. And then I am back tomorrow, back to my normal 7 p.m. Standard Eastern Time. Shenanigans. So I'm doing more of Nostalgic November. So we will summon the summon the spin wheel to decide our fate. Yeah, there's still quite a bit. I know I finished Portal 2. We kind of started not my least favorite Harvest Moon game, but we'll see what the spin wheel decides. With that, you all have one. For me, it's like 11:30 a.m. So I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Actually, what are you fighting right now?
I have no idea.
Small monster.
Ah!
Oh, okay.
Biscuits! Welcome in! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. We are doing the Monster Hunters.
Damonheim.
Looks useful.
Oh, barbs.